You know that feeling, right? It's been a tough day, and suddenly you find yourself staring into the snack cabinet. Or maybe you've noticed how some meals make you feel like you can take on the world, while others, well, they just leave you feeling foggy and kind of grumpy. Today, we're going to dive into that really powerful, direct link between what's on our plate and what's going on inside our heads.
So, it's a great question to ask yourself, what's really fueling my emotional state? It seems like a simple thing, but you'd be surprised how often the answer is sitting right there on your dinner plate.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Your brain is an absolute powerhouse. It's like this supercomputer running 24/7, and it's one of the most energy-hungry organs in your entire body. So it totally makes sense, right? The quality of the fuel you give it is going to have a huge impact on how well it works and, how well you function. All right, so let's get into it. First up, your brain on food. We're going to look at exactly how what you eat directly affects how you feel.
And to really get a handle on the good stuff, we've got to talk about the not-so-good stuff first. Let's call them the mood crashers. This is the bad fuel we need to identify.
Okay, we have all been here, for sure. You're feeling that afternoon slump, so you grab a sugary drink or a donut for that quick energy boost. And for a minute, it works. But that rush, it's pure sugar, and it sends your blood sugar skyrocketing. And what goes up must come down, hard. That's the crash. That's when you suddenly feel irritable, foggy, maybe even a little anxious. It's a classic cause and effect.
And here's the thing, this isn't just about feeling a little tired or having a food coma. We're talking about a direct hit to your emotional stability. This stuff can actually make it harder to manage your mood and deal with all the little stresses life throws at you.
But okay, that's the bad news. The good news? This street goes both ways. If the wrong foods can bring you down, you bet the right ones can lift you up. So let's flip the script and talk about the mood boosters, the high-quality fuel your brain is practically begging for.
So, what are we talking about here? Well, it really boils down to a few key players. First up, you've got your omega-3 fats. Think fish, walnuts, chia seeds. These are literally the building blocks for your brain cells. Then, we've got whole grains. They're all about that slow, steady energy release, which is exactly what you need to avoid those awful crashes. And of course, fruits and veggies. They're just jam-packed with all the essential nutrients your brain needs to regulate your mood and stay healthy.
So, the takeaway here is super simple, but really powerful. When you focus on balanced nutrition, you're not just doing your body a favor. You're setting yourself up for a more stable mood and way better mental clarity. You are literally feeding your focus.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Let's build what I like to call a resilience toolkit. And don't worry, this isn't about some crazy complicated diet. It's all about a simple strategy for making smarter choices.
First things first, what does a balanced meal even mean? It sounds kind of technical, but it's not. All it is a meal that has a good mix of three things: protein, healthy fats, and fiber. That combination, that's the secret sauce for keeping your energy levels steady and avoiding those wild spikes and crashes.
So here's a really practical three-step approach you can start, right now. 1. Aim for those balanced meals we just talked about. 2. Stay hydrated, and we'll get to why that's so huge in a sec. And 3. Just make small adjustments. We're not looking for a total life overhaul here, just little tweaks.
Yeah, let's definitely not skip over the water part. I know, we hear it all the time, but it's so easy to forget. But get this, even being just a little bit dehydrated can make you feel super tired and completely destroy your focus. Seriously, grabbing a glass of water is probably one of the quickest and easiest mood boosters you can find.
And just remember what the goal is here. It's not about being perfect, not at all. It's about progress. It's about chipping away at that feeling of emotional exhaustion and building up your mental resilience, one good meal, one glass of water at a time.
All of this really leads us to a new perspective, a really powerful way to think about things. Let's talk about how nourishment is wellness.
I want you to just let this one sink in for a second. Mental wellness isn't only about mindset, it's also about nourishment. Wow, that really shifts the whole conversation, doesn't it? It's a powerful reminder that our mental state isn't just floating around in our heads, it's deeply, deeply connected to how we take care of our bodies.
And that, right there, is probably the most empowering part of this whole thing. By changing what's on your plate, you can actually change how you feel.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to carry with you this week. What's one small thing you can do to refuel your brain? Just one. Think about it and then go make it happen.